What's up, you guys? So I'm doing a late Fast 9 review. The movie dropped over a month ago, but I haven't really had time to go to the movies. So when I saw it was on demand, I was kind of souped, and I guess better late than never, right? But no, I'm actually kind of amped to do this review, not because this movie was the best or even one of the better Fast and Furious movies, because it wasn't. Not saying it was bad, just not the best. I don't really think it lived up to the hype either of the previews. But again, don't let this sway you because it was a good movie. I'm just spoiled because the older movies, like to me, like five, six, seven, even eight. And when I say even eight, is because I pretty much had dropped the whole Fast and Furious thing. I was like after the seventh movie, I was like, I just don't want to do it anymore. More because of what happened with Paul Walker. Also, how they just like split off and went their different ways at the end of seven. I thought it was like a clean, like they could have just ended it right there and it would have been perfectly fine with me. You know what I mean? They both ride off into the sunset. It was like the perfect way to end the whole franchise. But they decided to continue, and I'm actually kind of glad they did because eight was awesome. I didn't think eight was going to be that good. I waited a long time to see eight because, like I said, I after seven, I was just like, I'm done. It was a great ride. I'm just done. I don't care what they do after this. I'm just not going to watch anymore. But of course, you're sitting at your house and you're bored, and I'm like, you know what? It came up when I was looking for movies to watch, and I was like, whatever, I'll give it a chance. And I was actually really impressed with it. It was actually really, really good. One of the better ones, if I'm being honest. I was like, what are they possibly gonna do? And they never cease to amaze. So, but this movie it was good, but it wasn't great to me. You guys might disagree, but I don't feel like it was a necessary movie to make. I kind of feel like they just made it to make it. You know what I mean? So the movie starts off with a scene uh, in the beginning with Dom and his father. So if you guys remember in the first one, Dom talking to Brian about his dad and what happened, how he died, racing and all that. So they actually show that whole scene, and they show like a younger Dom. I don't know who the actor was that played young Dom, and then there was an actor who played young Jacob. And so they incorporate Jacob into the story, even when they're showing younger versions of them from the late '90s when they show what happened with Dom's father and everything. And I think that was one of the more redeeming aspects of the movie. Again, I'm not saying it was bad because it wasn't. You guys definitely should see it if you haven't seen it. It was just to me, like I said, I don't think it was really necessary, but it was a fun, completely ridiculous, over the top, classic Fast and Furious type of movie. Um, if it's been a while for you guys and you want to experience that, this movie was absolutely ridiculous. Like we all know what they do in the Fast movies, but the over the top antics, the like just would never ever happen type of things, like they take it to a whole new level in this. And like I know you guys remember in the previews, you if you remember seeing Ludacris and Tyrese, their characters out in space. So I mean, there's stuff like that in the movie. If you're looking for completely ridiculous, over the top, high, Fast and Furious hijinks, this movie does not disappoint. The power of family is super strong in this movie, stronger than ever. But like I said, it was good, not great. John Cena did a great job, and let me reiterate that John Cena did a great job. And this was the type of movie I think John Cena needed to kind of like propel him into more serious roles. I remember seeing him in that Daddy's Home, and there was some other, like the Marine was alright, but like he really stepped it up in this, and he did a great job playing Jacob. So there were a couple of cameos if you want to put it that way. Couple of celebrities that I did not expect to see. I thought that was pretty cool. There's a couple of new characters introduced in this movie that I have a strong feeling we're going to see in the next movie, and if there's a movie after, most likely there too. Listen, you guys saw the previews. You know Han's alive. I'm not ruining anything by saying this, but one of those characters I was talking about, she's a girl that is, how do I put this? She's connected. I'll put it that way. She's connected to Han. I'm not going to tell you anything about her, what her story is, or anything like that, so don't worry. But she's a badass, and I'd like to see more of her in the future, and I think we will. Other than that, like I said, just completely ridiculous, over the top. It was a great thrill ride, Fast and Furious style. I think 8 was better, in my opinion. And I think the reason I feel like this is because in 8, there was a reason. There was a good story. And in this one, it felt like there wasn't really any reason for them to get involved. Now, this is like years later. You see Dom and Letty living in seclusion with now older little Brian. And the team comes to find them. They need their help with something. But it's not something that kind of like threatens them directly. Thank God they did get involved, because the results would have been like catastrophic if they didn't. But they didn't know that originally. So for them to get back into the game and get involved after all these years, it just didn't, there wasn't a compelling enough reason. At that point, and this was in the beginning of the movie, at that point Dom didn't even know Jacob was involved with anything. He hadn't seen him yet. So even more so, there was still like no real reason for them to get involved. That's why I feel like it wasn't really a necessary movie to make. But it was good for what it was. There's a post-credit scene, of course, with someone who wasn't in the movie, and I'm not really quite sure what to make of it. It's him and somebody that was in the movie, and nothing is really explained. It kind of just leaves you guessing, what's going to happen here. What is this about? What could this mean? Probably the intent. But yeah, it was, I'll give it I want to be fair. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Because like I said, it wasn't bad. But it wasn't great. It probably could have been a little bit better as far as like the way they told a story, or at least give the characters a better reason to get back in the game. I think that to me was the thing that stuck out. But yeah, I'm going to get out of here, you guys. Definitely go see it. You'll like it. It's good for what it was. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think if you've already seen it. Try not to spoil it, because I've been doing my best not to spoil it here. But I'm going to get out of here, you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all that good stuff. Be good, and I'll see you soon.